What you listening to, son?
So some time ago, I came out with a segment on my YouTube channel. And it was about furries. They still think the woke mob is trying to pander to and cater to and legitimize and normalize furries and kitty litter. Remember this video? First off, thank you, Basic Science Tutor. Let's make fun of this guy. I really hate that it's only like on only in my left ear right now, but we'll get through this. Nebraska State Senator Bostelman falsely says that school children are being encouraged to identify as cats. This is turning really quick into a try not to laugh. If you don't know what furries are, it's when kids dress up as cats and dogs. During the school day, schools are wanting to put litter boxes in for kids to use. All right, I'm pretty sure that's not true, but let's see.
It's something that kind of me back just a little bit, and I'm a little shocked, I guess is what I would put it. It's called something called furries.
Oh no! No! My life is so ridiculous. This isn't real. No! Oh no!
It's called something called furries. If you don't know what furries are, it's where school children dress up as animals, cats or dogs, during the school day. They meow and they bark, and they interact with with the teachers and that in this fashion. And now schools are wanting to put litter boxes in the schools for these children.
No! Bro! Okay, alright, we've seen enough. We've seen enough, okay? So you get the point. I put out a video called Furries, They Meow and They Bark, okay? There's a reason why we're going down memory lane. Margie Taylor Greene, apparently, is buying into the same shit.
There's a school in Texas that someone identified, you ready for this, for a cat, and they made them put out a litter box. I thought it was something from The Onion. Absolutely true.
Wow.
That is because our principals don't stand up anymore.
Right.
You know, back my parents were in education, so if that would have been brought up, they would have been slapped the hell out of the classroom.
Anti-traditionalism that's happening right now is on every level, it seems like.
No, they're embracing lies. I mean, literally embracing lies. Okay, if some student wants to pretend like a cat and use a litter box after school, that's their prerogative, whatever. But no, the school and school resources and the other students and teachers should not have to be put through that because it's a lie. Yeah. And we have to reject them. It's not about people's feelings. It's about the truth and rejecting the lies. And we have to stand up.
They're embracing lies, Marjorie Greene claims, after embracing one of the dumbest lies imaginable. And contrary to what they said in that video, that is not happening. It's been thoroughly debunked. And before we get to the origins of that particular dumb conspiracy theory that blew up in right-wing circles, just ask yourself for a moment, if somebody brought this information to you and they claimed with a straight face that students at schools were shitting in litter boxes, how would you react? Perhaps, if you're being polite, you would think, oh, okay, interesting, sounds weird, I'll have to look into that. But would you just, like, believe it? Right. Odds are you wouldn't, because you're not as gullible as most right-wingers. Right. But right-wingers heard that story and they thought, oh, yeah, that sounds pretty plausible. Kids shitting in litter boxes at schools, yeah, that's probably happening. And they ran with it. So I've got two things to say about this story. First of all, don't forget to redeem your free Trump book at freetrumpbook.com. Oh Second of all, notice how Marjorie Taylor Greene was seemingly more open-minded to the prospect of kids using litter boxes at school than she is to trans people. Right. Because she said, oh, well, that's their prerogative. I mean, I agree. Sure. I mean, if your kid wants to shit in a litter box, that's probably not very sanitary, but like it doesn't really affect me, so I genuinely don't care. But yet, there's no demand to have this banned. I mean, Marjorie Taylor Greene, she created legislation to erase trans students out of existence, to make it so that way kids who are receiving gender-affirming care, well,
but shitting in litter
they have to
boxes and
detransition.
meowing.
But yeah, when it comes to cat kids, she's like, no, we don't have to ban that. That's perfectly fine.
Cat kids are fine.
Interesting. Now, there's a reason why I'm bringing up trans people, and this is because this whole myth stems from hysteria over trans people, and it's honestly semi-based in the one joke that right-wingers have, which is, oh, what's that? A boy can identify as a girl? Can I identify as anything that I want to? Can I identify as an Apache attack helicopter? So, you know, this is kind of the logical extension of that. Oh, well, what's that?
The car scared me.
Can I identify as anything that I want to? Can I identify as an Apache attack helicopter? So, you know, this is kind of the logical extension of that. Oh, well, what's that? If boys can now identify as girls, I guess that kids can identify as cats. So that's where we're at in American political discourse, where to fearmonger over trans rights, you have to make it seem as if it's a slippery slope. And if your kid is trans, then that's going to lead to kids identifying as cats and dogs and cars and fill in the blanks. Now, this lie...
I identify as a 1964 Chevy Impala. I identify as Jensen Ackles riding me. I identify as the supernatural car. It's the same joke over and over.
Now, this lie originated from a December 2021, on December 21st, a school board meeting at the Central Michigan School District.
Wait, is this the same one?
And
is this
one person...
Wait. Is this the same one from this video? Is this the same one? This is Nebraska. It might not be the same one. Okay, hang on.
In particular, Michigan School District. And one person in particular brings this up based on something that she heard, cites no evidence, but she then proceeds to extrapolate. And after she said this, it blew up. So take a look. This is where the conspiracy theory originated.
Yesterday, I heard something, and I was stunned. And today, I am equally stunned and a little bit upset. Well, not a little bit, a lot of bit upset, furious. I would even use that word, but I want to talk about the fact that, and I know this is going on nationwide, so it is not just for this board, but our community needs to understand that the agenda that is being pushed through our schools is, just my opinion, but somewhat nefarious when it comes to some of the activities. So let's talk about furries.
Oh, God.
It was addressed by a child.
Dude, I called it! I called it! I fucking knew it! They were gonna make this into a thing! Shit on the fucking floor, dude. You don't shit on the fucking floor. Don't make furries into the next thing, please. Please don't. Please don't. I knew they were gonna make it into a thing. When I fucking came out with this video, I said, and I quote, please do not make this into the next thing, please. Please, can we not make it? Literally, that's how I said it. That's what I said, and that's how I said it. Please do not make this into the next thing. It's now the next thing! God damn it! Why do they do this?
Let's talk about furries. It was addressed by a child a couple months ago that they are put in an environment where there are kids that identify as a furry, a cat or a dog, whatever. And so yesterday I heard that at least one of our schools in our town.
Okay, we all know Fast and Furries. Fast and Furries ain't paws without a cause. Listen, I don't know many furries personally, but I feel like furries know that they're not actually animals. I think they know. I think they know that. I think they know. Right? So, why are we talking about this?
Let's talk about furries. It was addressed by a child a couple months ago that they are put in an environment where there are kids that identify as a furry, a cat or a dog, whatever. And so yesterday I heard that at least one of our schools in our town has in one of the unisex bathrooms, a litter box for the kids that identify as cats. And I am really disturbed by that. And I will do some more investigation on that. I know it's going on nationwide. I know it is. It's part of the agenda that's being pushed. I don't even want to understand it. But I think that people need to be
whoa! You don't want to what?
Agenda that's being pushed. I don't even want to understand it.
I don't even want to understand it. That is the slogan of every single conservative throughout the United States. I don't even want to understand it. Thank you for the self-report. Really, really appreciate it there. Karen, Stephanie, Brianne, I don't, this is...
But I think that people need to be aware of it, because I am really upset as a parent that my child is put in an environment like that. And, you know, I'm all for creativity and imagination, but when someone lives in a fantasy world and expects other people to go along with it, I have a problem with that. So I'm just putting that out there.
You know, one could argue that being a Christian is living in a fantasy world, and you just want us to just go along with it, you know? But you're allowed to do that. You're allowed to do that, though. Oh, but no, that's truth. That's what really happened. And our world is flat. It's 6,000 years old. Oh, really? Okay. All right. We live in a dome, and there's a watery firmament. Is this recent? This video came out 3 days ago. This came out 3 days ago. So, yeah. When did I upload this? April 3rd last year. No. Earlier this year. I came out with this video April 3rd. This came out 3 days ago. Wonderful. Wonderful stuff.
But I think that people need to be aware of it, because I am really upset as a parent that my child is put in an environment like that. And, you know, I'm all for creativity and imagination, but when someone lives in a fantasy world and expects other people to go along with it, I have a problem with that. So
Jesus was crucified, and then 3 days later rose from the dead, and then his body and spirit rose to the sky, and everyone was like chill and stuff. But I really don't like people living in a fantasy world, and we have to like co-sign it. I really don't like that, people. I really don't like it.
So I'm just putting that out there. I will investigate more.
I'm just putting that out there.
And just like that, a new conspiracy theory was born. This is how gullible conservatives are. You can literally just say something and they'll run with it. Doesn't matter what it is. Oh, kids in schools nowadays, they're like playing this game where they take a turd and they try to throw it into their friends' mouths. And it's disgusting. Like, this is the agenda that's being pushed. But
Hold on, wait, Mike. You didn't do that in school? What's wrong with you?
where they take a turd and they try to throw it into their friends' mouths. And it's disgusting. Like, this is the agenda that's being pushed by the left. Like, you could...
What, you didn't shit toss? You didn't shit toss in high school, bro? Yo, you had a really square childhood, I must say, Mike. Don't shit talk shit tossing. This is
It's disgusting. Like, this is the agenda that's being pushed by the left. Like, you could just say that and they literally believe it because that's how fucking gullible these people are. But not only did she hear that they were putting litter boxes where they put a litter box.
Problematic Mike is being fecal phobic. I don't appreciate it.
But she then extrapolated and said, well, you know, this is happening all across the country because this is part of their agenda. And because this imbecile said that,
liberals.
well, it began to blow up. The Midland Public School channel on YouTube usually gets no more than a couple hundred views per video, but this particular board meeting got over 91,000 views after her claim went viral, and it really blew up once the far-right Twitter hate account Lips of TikTok picked it up and amplified it.
How do these fuckers still have a Twitter account, bro? For real? Really? It says Jan? Yeah, it says Jan. Oh my god, it says Jan. Oh, wow, that just sunk in. Oh. Oh, so this was around, this came out around the same time as this video when I put it out. Oh. Oh. This was before my video. Oh. Oh, wow. Okay, alright.
But broadened out the conspiracy. Her name is Michelle Evans, and here's what she said in response to that video. Cafeterias are being lowered in certain Round Rock middle and high schools to allow furries to more easily eat without utensils or their hands, i.e. like a dog eats from a bowl. Now, where'd that claim come from?
What?
Nowhere. She pulled it out of her ass, just like the mom that showed up to that school board meeting did in December 21st of 2021. But
dude, okay, listen, I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but I swear to God, Pixar didn't happen. True! Listen, I almost want to say that fuckers like this are psyops. How the fuck, like, where do these people come from? Was this chick really a mom? Is she a real mom? I'm sorry, does she really take her kids to soccer?
Now, where'd that claim come from? Nowhere. She pulled it out of her ass, just like the mom that showed up to that school board meeting did in December 21st of 2021. But that's not all, because Republican lawmaker in the state of Nebraska, he echoed that same conspiracy on television. Take a look at what he had to say.
And I'm a little shocked.
Oh my God, this fucking guy! No, not again. I didn't want to do this again. God damn it. Motherfucker, we already did this. I didn't want to do this again. Fuck. Why? No. Oh no. I begged them. Please, don't make this into the next thing, and they made it a fucking thing. Oh no. Fuck. Oh God. Okay. Holy fuck. Hold up, real quick. What came in the mail? Nope, I'm not putting that on stream. Thank God I clicked on my other fucking window here. That's great. Thank you. Good for you, Catalina. I'm okay, we're back here now. That's great. Cool.
And I'm a little shocked, I guess is what I would put it. It's called something called furries.
Oh my God.
If you don't know what furries are...
You don't know what furries are? When students act like cats and dogs during the school day.
Oh my fucking God.
Where school children dress up as animals, cats or dogs, during the school day. They meow and they bark.
They meow and they bark. They meow and they bark.
And they interact with their school, with the teachers and that in this fashion.
God.
And now schools are wanting to put litter boxes in the schools for these children to use.
Dude, listen, lesson number one when it comes down to trauma. Do not re-traumatize people who have trauma. I've already gone through this segment. I don't want to do this again, but here we are. The fates have decided.
How is this sanitary? I'm going to have a discussion with CEO Smith about this. This is something I think, how can schools allow this to happen? I think it's very disruptive within the school system. I think it's very disruptive within the classes. I even heard from one person here recently said that a student identified as a cat and wanted a litter box. And the school didn't provide the litter box, so the student went ahead and defecated on the floor.
Base.
Really?
Base.
So the student went ahead and defecated on the floor. Really?
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 School administrators, what is going on? Nebraska Department of Education, what is going on? State Board of Education, what is going on? If some kids can't wear American flag to walk through the school on their shirt, and you keep them out of school, and you kick them out of school, but it's okay if they wear a cat costume,
Yes.
and that's fine, and you have a litter box for them, and that's fine?
As a matter of fact, I will say, all right, fucking citation fucking needed. Furry American flags when A. Coming to you soon at the Grey Craftian merch store. Furry American flag. Yep, we're designing it now. You know what? I might unironically do that. Yes, I think I might do that. I don't know when that'll happen, but we'll make it happen. Maybe we'll have a whole line, especially for people like Catalina. We'll have a whole line of furry dildos. Fuck yeah, dude, absolutely. And when you come, it meows. Better yet, when you come, when you come, it senses it. And you hear this.
School administrators, what is going on? Nebraska Department of Education, what is going on? State Board of Education, what is going on?
Oh my god. Oh, I'm dying. Oh, I just defecated on the floor and went, meow. You didn't give me my fucking litter box! But I did come. I'm hurting. I'm literally hurting right now. Holy shit.
And that's fine, and you have a litter box for them, and that's fine?
So notice how it's like a bad game of telephone, where it starts with this conspiracy about them putting litter boxes in unisex bathrooms, and then it somehow lands on, oh, well, when they don't put the litter boxes in these bathrooms, students then shit on the floor. And where are they getting all of this?
No.
They're completely fabricating it. Now, that lawmaker, after looking like an imbecile, was forced to apologize, but the school district had to come out and dispel that myth. And since this blew up around the country, other school districts had to do the same thing. The Carroll County School District in Iowa had to dispel this rumor after it spread there. The Waunakee Community School District had to debunk the claim as well. Now, of course, the Midland superintendent, where this...
Based. You know what? I'm going to represent all of the cat boys and cat girls right now of Meowica. I represent you. If you want to shit in litter boxes in your classroom, vote for me. Vote for me right meow. And you can shit on your classroom floor if they don't accommodate your furry ways. What the fuck is happening to our country, bro?
No, we're not putting litter boxes in the bathrooms, you fucking morons. Not his words, but mine. As Natalie Pate of the Statesman Journal explains, Midland Superintendent Michael Sharrow rejected the claim outright in an email sent January 20th to parents, staff, and community members. Let me be clear, there is no truth whatsoever to this false statement / accusation. There have never been litter boxes with MPS schools, he wrote. It is such a source of disappointment that I felt the necessity to communicate this message to you, right? Across the country from New York to Iowa and Texas, the same rumors swept through districts this spring. The New York Times, USA Today, PolitiFact, Reuters, and Snopes, among other publications, wrote articles confirming the claims were unfounded. Yet, it seems the rumor has reached Oregon, with recent gossip asserting Salem Kaiser Public Schools officials approved a student's request to self-identify as a cat and allowed litter boxes in the restrooms of Sprague High School. District officials confirmed to the Statesman Journal that the claims are categorically false. And just to be clear, this is the third different time that this conspiracy theory has popped up.
Yeah.
So now, as of September, the start of the new school year, it's a rumor that's spreading around Oregon school districts. And it presumably got its second life back in spring, as the article states, presumably because of this viral post on Facebook where this right-wing mom is likely parroting the same dumb shit that she heard from the lady at the original school board meeting at the Midland School Board District back in...
Hold on. A school is not going to even dignify such a thing with anything other than giving extra homework. Knowing schools, LOL. But it's been some time since I've been... Yeah, no, I mean, listen... I graduated in 2011, okay? I'm pretty sure 11 years has not been long enough for the entire school system to change so dramatically to where, like, yeah, no, you want to shit in a litter box? That's cool, bro. We got you.
So it's like conspiracy theory whack-a-mole, where you have this original claim, it gets debunked, and then somebody sees that, presumably for the first time, they spread it, it goes viral again. Perhaps people who learned that it was false see that and think, oh, well, I thought this was fake. I guess it really is real because somebody is saying that they heard it too. So it's a game of telephone where people parrot dumb, fake bullshit, and then it leads to school officials having to come out and take time out of their day to say, no, we don't have litter boxes in the bathrooms. You can check. Look at the bathrooms. They're shitting in toilets like normal human beings.
Listen, hold up, Mike. That's a bit of a big claim that you're making there, because they could just be shitting in the toilet like this. Okay, all right. I don't want Twitch to be weird.
It's because this is one way that they can be hysterical and fearmonger over trans rights. Because, as I said, if, you know, they can believe, or these parents end up believing that students are now identifying as cats and shitting in litter boxes, then that points the finger at trans students. Oh, well, it's because of them.
Yeah.
Since your daughter is now claiming that she's a boy, well, my kid might think that they're a cat, and I don't want my kid to, you know, come out as a cat, because that's
It's the same fucking shit as, like, you know, oh, gay marriage? Oh, woman and woman, guy with guy. What's next? They're gonna marry snakes? It's the same fucking shit. It's the same fucking thing. It's so fucking dumb. The slippery slope argument is always lacking. It's always lacking. Because, like, at the end of the day, it's non-falsifiable. You can't make an argument. I could make a slippery slope argument. Help me come up with one. Sunglasses. Hey, sunglasses are a slippery slope, guys. Okay? You have a bunch of people putting on sunglasses, okay, to help block the rays. Lung butter. You put on some sunglasses to block the rays of the sun, and you have them on often because it's comfortable for your eyes, but then you have them on too long, and then you can't stand, naturally, you can't stand the rays of the sun entering your eyes, and so then, you know, you have to keep them on now, or else the sunlight hurts, and the next thing you know, we're blank here. We don't have eyes anymore. You can say that about anything. You can say it about anything. Like the slippery slope argument. There's no argument against it because you don't have proof. You don't have proof either way or the other. You can just say it about anything. It's dumb. The slippery slope argument is dumb. You can always make one about fucking anything. It's stupid.
Because that's definitely a thing that's happening. So because of trans people, this is now happening. Because of trans people, other bad things are happening. It's a blame game. And this is a common thing that we see when the majority who's against civil rights tries to demonize the marginalized minority. But of course, you know, somebody like Marjorie Taylor Greene, completely gullible with no common sense whatsoever, is going to believe this and not even question for a second, wait a second, where's your evidence? Where'd this come from? She just buys it and says, they're embracing lies. Of course, not realizing the irony from this former QAnon supporter, emphasis on the former, because who knows. But either way, I mean, if Republicans are this gullible, that's a problem for the country. Sure, we can make fun of them and dunk on them. That's fine. But you can't be this gullible and have society be healthy, right? If they can believe something as stupid as this, they could believe anything, more dangerous lies. This is how we got to this point where most of the Republican Party doesn't believe that the election in 2020 was fair. So here we are, where the right in this country will believe anything. And there's just no standard for evidence, no scrutiny whatsoever. They just hear someone say it and they run with it and it blows up. We have to find some way to educate these people, give them media literacy training, just have them develop a better bullshit detector. But until that's the case, if that's even possible, we're going to continue to see stories like this, and they're probably going to get even dumber.
Yeah. Speaking of subscribing, it is September, by the way. 30% off for subscribing and joining the Great Craft Cult today. Anyways, Mike, you're being a little bit too optimistic here, buddy. I appreciate your optimism, but these people, you know, it was just like the mom said earlier.
I don't even want to understand it.
There you go. There you go. Case closed. Like, I don't know what else, like they don't even want to understand it. They don't even want to understand the thing that, like, isn't happening. You know what I mean? Like, they don't care about truth. We're talking about conservatives, okay? Who, again, in a video I did in the past, we found that people who are more conservative thinking, conservative leaning, have a larger right amygdala than those who are liberal or more left-leaning. They have the amygdala, by the way, being responsible for fear response and aggression, okay? So we are talking about an entire demographic of people, which by by any metric, really, technically has a fucking mental health disorder, okay? They're not right. They're not okay, okay? These people are just gonna keep going. They're just gonna keep going, okay? They don't have bullshit detectors, okay? They don't have bullshit detectors. Vehemently dedicated to anti-truth, more so than anything else.